The thing I like about Michael's mentorship is that, he provides all the letters. You provide all the letters. You provide like how to do the round one, round two, round three, how to properly fill out the FTC report. I was telling him, I'm like, look, bro, like you can go this route, the credit builder route. You can add like those little sorry ass credit builders, which they do work. Don't get me wrong. Or I can show you how to like properly structure your credit report by using like secured loans, secured credit
Mhm.
cards. Like, don't get me wrong, the back end is really good. You need to have that in place. People focus too much on the back end instead of the front end, because if your front end is not there, you're not going to be bringing any clients in. You're not going to be
Yeah.
bringing any money in, like.
All right, welcome back to my channel. I got a special guest today. I got Anthony Zamora. We basically going to talk about his experience in my mentorship program. And, we're just going to talk about his experience, if I scammed him and all that. And we're just going to go straight from there. Welcome to the channel, bro.
Appreciate you having me, bro. I'm excited. I always watch these videos on YouTube. Um, I actually found you on YouTube, like maybe like 2 years ago, but it wasn't
Mhm.
until like last year, I think, that I signed up for the mentorship.
Definitely. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So I'm gonna be transparent. So I know with the mentorship, a lot of people come in at different levels. And one thing I don't want to come on here on YouTube and do is make it seem like every single person was just starting from the bottom. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but one thing I know about you before you got on our program, you were already making money. I think it was just more so about systems and the consumer laws. Can you talk a little bit about where you were at before the mentorship and what you actually got from the mentorship?
Yeah, so um, I basically was already doing credit repair like online.
Hmm.
Everything was just through Instagram.
Hmm.
Um, the only thing that I was missing was basically like a like the right structure for how to dispute things on the credit report, right?
Yeah.
Like I was relying everything on like my VAs, um, but I wasn't really that much educated on the consumer laws. So,
Hmm.
joining the mentorship basically just taught me how to, just set up my back end as far as like the dispute process, right? So like now we have like a consistent system, like basically like the round one, round two, round three, and how to actually like dispute the negative items from the credit
Hmm.
report.
Hmm.
I feel like that's much better than just like hiring some random VA and like
Yeah.
hoping that they're going to get your clients results. So the mentorship definitely helped with those systems. And, I was doing a lot of things manually, when I was like first starting my credit repair business. I would onboard clients manually. I would upload their documents manually. I would input all their information on the CRMs manually. But
Mhm.
like all that's changed now. All my systems are automated
Mhm.
completely. I'm basically hands off. Like clients will get enrolled with like with one link, right? With the click of a
Yeah.
link, they'll get completely enrolled, and they'll automatically get assigned to one of my VAs. And then like my VAs, Michael gave me like this SOP, and basically like
What's a SOP? Some people might not know what that is.
so SOP is basically like a structure for your business, how your employees need to operate and the tasks they need to do. So that's something that I have in my business now. So, like back then, I feel like my VA had like some type of leverage over me because I wasn't really structured properly.
Mhm.
But now with the SOP that Michael gave me, I can basically like fire and hire a new VA within like a day or two, and then have them do all the same processes as a previous VA. To me, that's very important. Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, so you said something important as far as consumer laws for disputes. So what were you doing before you got into the mentorship, and how were the results going?
Okay, so to be honest with you, like I've been using FTC and CFPB uh since the beginning, like I wasn't sending out letters like physical letters.
Hmm.
But I wasn't filling out the FTC or the CFPB reports the right way, right?
Mm,
It
mm-hmm,
was it wasn't until I got into the mentorship that I realized that like you can use the consumer laws on the FTC report,
mm-hmm,
on the CFPB complaint.
mm-hmm.
So that's another thing too. Like, joining the mentorship basically just basically reassured me, right, that I was doing the right thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that.
Can we talk about some of your deletions that you got? I think I saw on your story, like collections being deleted pretty quickly, things like that. Can we talk about that for people that may not know?
Yeah, so when I was doing disputes back then with the FTC and CFPB, like I was getting results, but they weren't as fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, like now when a collection or charge off gets deleted, the client will actually get a notification on their Credit Karma app
Mm-hmm.
or their Experian app.
Yeah.
Before my disputes, like they weren't showing up like that on the client's Credit Karma, but like it's weird for some reason. But like now, like all the accounts that come off, the client gets notified on their Credit Karma. It shows that the accounts got deleted, but using Michael's like strategy, strategy, basically, you can get things removed within like a week or two. Like the fastest that I removed collections was like 5 days off of somebody's client. That was like three collections in like 5 days. But that's just the power of the FTC and FTC report and the CFPB complaint. Like till this day, we don't use any physical letters. We don't mail out any letters. All my clients get great results. Um, and that's another thing too. Like, you want to keep your clients happy.
Exactly.
Clients pay you all this money, so like, my round one, a lot of items come off, and like the new credit builders that we add to their profile just increases their score dramatically. Like
Mm-hmm.
people want to make sure that they get their money's worth. And if you can provide that on the first round of the client, that's really good for your business.
Definitely. Definitely. So one thing you said is that you were watching me on YouTube for like a couple of years. It's somebody is watching this video right now. They're just watching, watching, watching. Maybe they got a credit repair business. Maybe they're good at marketing. Maybe they're not good at marketing. What made you decide like, okay, I need to actually get into the mentorship? Given that you're already marketing, you're getting some results here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously it was like, knowing the consumer laws and learning how to correctly dispute items,
Yeah.
legally on the consumer report.
Hmm.
But I also seen other people in your mentorship winning
Okay.
and gaining value and just leveling up in the credit repair space or consumer law space, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
So after seeing that, like it just made me want to join. It made me want to join, but like sometimes I pay for mentorship just to be in proximity, like
Hmm.
not every mentorship or every course that I bought, like I actually like went through it and like try to learn
Hmm.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
I like to buy things from people that I believe in, and I like to buy things from people that I look up to, just
Hmm.
to be in proximity with them. Like
Hmm.
even if I have to buy like their course or like their mentorship, like that's cool and everything. The information is there, and I will study some of it. The stuff that I'm lacking in, and the stuff that I
Hmm.
mostly need. But a lot of it, I'm just doing it for proximity. Like
Hmm.
I'm doing it just to get closer to my mentors, doing it to get closer to other people. But yeah, that's like my strategies. It's mostly like networking, but I definitely gain a lot of value from people like you.
Definitely. Appreciate that. Okay, and when did you join the mentorship? I think it was sometime last year, right?
Yeah, I think I joined
Was it August?
er,
No, I think that was Danny. I don't remember when do you remember when you joined? It
I
was
think I
sometime last year. I know that.
I joined November last year. I
Oh,
think.
November last year. Okay, I think you spoke with one of my reps or something, right? On the call.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was like
Okay.
November. Yeah, November.
Okay, so from November till now, we're filming this in March. Would you say that, it's been worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. The thing I like about Michael's mentorship is that he provides all the letters. You provide all the letters. You provide like how to do the round one, round two, round three, how to properly fill out the FTC report, how to properly do the CFPB.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So like just having that alone, like if you're a credit repair business and you don't want to like learn how to dispute things, the mentorship will provide all this information for you, and you can just like train your VAs on that information. And VAs are smart, like they already know about credit repair. Like if they go over like Michael's stuff, like they'll know exactly like how to run your business, how to dispute credit reports.
Definitely, definitely. So one of the things is it's called, CAT credit, retire 9 to 5 mentorship. I've been on record saying that, people should have a choice not to work a 9 to 5. You automated your business, which is very important. We got resources in there with like appointment setters, VA SOPs, and things like that. Can you talk about how you feel now that your business is automated versus when it wasn't? I remember you had a situation. You could talk about it if you want. A bunch of clients hitting you up and things like that.
Yeah, so like these past few months I actually scaled a lot. And I made the mistake of actually giving a lot of clients my personal number.
Yeah.
Like at first when you have like a few clients, like it's cool, like you're
Yeah.
excited, you're like you want to be in contact with them, you want to like help them like every second along their credit journey and help them
Mhm.
build their credit reports. But it got to the point where like clients were like messaging me and saying like, hey bro, my credit score dropped 2 points, like what
Oh
happened?
man.
I'm like, bro, like it was a lot of these dumb questions that I was getting from like a lot of people who were signing up with me.
Yeah.
But eventually, like I was basically forced to hire my own customer support employees, right?
Mhm.
And I was forced to like create like this whole like customer service system, which actually is much better now. We recently launched our new mobile app,
Mm.
and clients can literally just like download the app on their phone, and if they have any questions they can message one of our credit repair specialists like
Okay.
directly, right? So like
Oh,
instead of asking me like a million questions, they can just ask one of our credit repair specialists, and they'll get back to you much faster than I am, because
mm.
I'm not on the computer the whole time. I'm not looking at credit reports all the day. Like that's their
Mhm.
job, so like
Yeah.
go ask them, and they're going to get you a faster response than I can. And the thing I like about the mobile app is that um usually when you onboard people, when I used to onboard people, the client portal will go through their email, right? The client will sign into their portal, they'll do everything, but then like a week later, like they'll lose like that email, right? So like they'll always be asking me like, yo, what's the link to the portal? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
how can I get back into the portal? Well, now with the mobile app, whenever one of our clients is thinking about their credit report, they could just go on their phone, click on the app, and then see the progress. And if they have any questions, they can message us directly. I think that's like a big plus for our business is the mobile app. And like our systems are completely simple. Like I actually stopped using Go High Level. I know a
Mhm.
lot of people use Go High Level, but for my credit repair clients, I felt like it was more of a hassle dealing with Go High Level and a credit repair CRM.
Mhm.
So now everything is just built into the CRM, um, whether it's like the automations, like the mobile apps, all the onboarding stuff. It's like very simple. Like the client gets onboarded. Once they're onboarded, they get the mobile app, and that's it. You know, and as far as like the re-import summaries, like every month for the client, they'll automatically get updated each round. So like you don't have to contact the client, you don't have to do all this other stuff, send out SMS, um,
Mhm.
even to update their credit monitoring. The CRM will do that automatically. Yeah, so basically, like you can just onboard a client and you won't even have to talk to him like throughout the
Mhm.
whole process. The system will talk to him, will talk with him.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, everything's very minimalistic in our system, very minimalistic, very straight to the point. And, people, all they care about is, results at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about speaking of results, let's talk about results. So you've posted some of your clients, you've been able to help them do some pretty crazy things. So it's somebody watching this right now. They're struggling to get deletions. They don't know consumer laws. They don't know any of that. Can you talk about how you use your knowledge of consumer laws to help one of your clients get a new crib and things like that? I think it was a YouTuber guy.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, we implement micro strategies on how to dispute negative items from a credit report, but we also, we're heavy on credit report structure, right?
Hmm.
And, I have clients that do make a lot of money
Hmm.
annually. So like they don't mind spending a lot of money on their credit report, when it comes to rebuilding it.
Hmm.
Uh, for example, like one of my recent clients, he got approved for like a $2 million home, but we did like some heavy pledge loans. Like we did like
Hmm.
over $70,000 in just like secured loans, just so we could
Yeah.
report to his credit. And we did like really high secured credit cards. I think that's the best way to build credit report. You want to have comparable credit, and
Exactly.
that's what we do. We onboard the client, we send off their first round, but we also help you structure the credit report properly.
Hmm.
Now, we do recommend credit builders, but if you're looking to really scale your credit, um, you want to have a lot of money saved up and basically just dump it all into your trade lines. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, as far as the deletions, deletions at this point are just like they're so consistent. They're so consistent. Like
Yeah.
with the consumer laws, the FTCs, they're just consistent. And what I realized too, like even if like let's say like 6 months pass and like your client still has like at least like one collection, right? But they have a
Hmm.
strong credit report, like they can still get approved. They can still get approved for a vehicle. They can still get approved for a home, and the crazy part about that client that you mentioned specifically, he actually just got approved for a brand new Range Rover, a 2024
Nice.
Range Rover. I'm not sure
Nice.
what model it was, but to be honest, like he went to the dealership and he actually got approved, but they said that he can take the car if he can come up with like this like a letter, because he still had like this balance that was from like Mercedes Benz, because like
Uh-huh.
I guess like he didn't finish paying off his lease on the Mercedes Benz,
Hmm.
so he had to give the car back to the dealership. So there's like a remaining balance on the credit report, but the like the finance manager at Range Rover basically told him like, hey, if you can come up with this letter that explains that like you're trying to dispute this account from the credit report, then you can walk away with this Range Rover today. So what I did was I went on the mentorship, Michael's mentorship, and I grabbed literally one of the letters and I just like um put all my clients' information in, and I sent that right over, and then boom, like he got approved, like he walked out with the car. And that's definitely the power of the mentorship. That single letter that Michael made helped got my helped get my client approved for a new Range Rover.
Definitely, definitely. And then yeah, like I said, I don't want to come on here and make it seem like, oh, he started from zero and all that. He already had some stuff going on, obviously. So somebody might be watching this, they're in the same situation. They're thinking like, okay, I already know marketing. I already know a little bit about deletions. I already know, why should I even invest in myself? I know you said a little bit about, paying for proximity, but you want to double down, and is that the reason why you choose to still invest in yourself, even though you already know information and you already, where you're at, or what is that? Like what makes you continue to invest in yourself?
Yeah, because like sometimes sometimes you are doing the right thing as a business owner. Sometimes you know the right stuff, but sometimes you have to reassure yourself just by paying the money. Sometimes like,
Hmm.
yo, I'm gonna pay Michael this amount of money, just so I can find out if I'm doing things correctly,
Hmm.
um, because a lot of people they're not really going to like give you the exact blueprint. Everyone has their own blueprint, but like um like it's just better to invest in other people that already like been through the process,
Definitely.
but I think that's much better, bro. Like being in proximity with your mentors and being connected and being like in their circle. Like not only that, like I've met amazing people in Michael's mentorship, and we do like talk. We do
Hmm.
talk with each other. It's not like just like some random ass people. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this person invested, a couple figures into this group chat.
Mhm.
Like, here, let me talk to him. Let's see what he has to offer, or what I can help him with. But yeah, definitely a lot of people in Michael's mentorship I'm very well connected with, and I talk to all the time, and we share sauce, whether it's like automations, dispute processes, or how to hire a VA, or
Mhm.
Instagram. Instagram is big. You know,
Mm.
like me, like I feel like my business is completely different from most credit repair companies. Like
I wanted
me,
to talk on the marketing because I teach differently as far as like the YouTube long form, but you're more on the Instagram, so I want to get a little bit of insight into how you approach that.
yeah. So when it comes to like my business, like I don't have a landing page, I don't have a website, I don't have like none of that stuff. Like my landing page is my Instagram account.
Mm.
That is my website. And you know, YouTube is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I just started YouTube, but in Instagram, you can make a lot of money. Like, there's
Mhm.
people on there that I know that never had a YouTube channel, and like they're like they made multiple millions just off
Mhm.
Instagram.
Mhm.
I was watching this interview of Wires Only. He sells like exotic cars to like
Mhm.
celebrities, and he does all his business on Instagram. He said that the
Mm.
biggest deal he ever made was through an Instagram DM. It was like over
Okay.
like $3 million. So, don't sleep on Instagram. Like anybody can build their personal brand on Instagram and really like make six figures a year. And you don't have to have a lot of followers. You
Mhm.
can literally have like 1,000, 2,000 followers and make 10K a month. Like believe it or not, but
Oh, easy.
yeah, like Instagram is definitely something people should get on. Yeah, Instagram is definitely one of those things. So the marketing that I do on Instagram is a lot of like lifestyle, right? Like
Mhm.
people say I'm a show off or whatever, but like
Hey
me.
man, bro, don't listen to these poor people, bro. You just living your life. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. So like my strategy is more like lifestyle. Like I'll
Yeah.
flex on the gram, like literally all the time. I'll post like my cribs where
Mhm.
I'm at. I'll post like invoices from clients that sign up,
Mhm.
you know, and I make really like dope pictures. I'll post really dope pictures, and I'll boost those pictures, right? Like, uh, like I will never market like my flyers, my credit repair offer. Like I will never do that because at the end of the day, bro, like people really don't care about that. Like they'll just like scroll through your stories, they'll scroll
Yeah.
scroll through posts. Like you want to market your dope ass content, right? Because like once they see your dope ass content like on their feed or their story, then they're gonna go click on your profile, right?
Mhm.
Once they click on your profile, they're gonna be like, yo, what does this guy do? Oh, he does
Yeah.
credit repair. Oh, damn, he's having a sale right now. Okay, here, let
Mhm.
me see what he has. Like, um, yeah, like the whole point about Instagram ads is to get people to your profile. Like a lot of people like to run ads uh for like the leads to send you a message, but no, you want to lead people to your profile.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you want to know, you want to have people like try to find out what you do for a living.
Mhm.
And a lot of my credit repair sales come from those ads. They come from
Mhm.
those boosts, like some random ass people, bro. Like
Mhm.
they just sign up. Like some like I don't do consultation calls. I don't. I might answer like a question here and there, but
Mhm.
most of the time, people just sign up and they pay the invoice, and um, like now it's gonna be much harder to get a hold of me. Like I'm just getting to that point where like if you want to like speak to me, or like get some sauce or something, like you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay some money.
Gotta pay. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
I mean, that's how it is.
No, and it's not even like, hey, I think I'm better than you. No, it's not even that. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, I get so many DMs, like a million questions. Like
Mhm.
I try my best to get to everybody, but like if you want me to prioritize you and like go over everything with you, then if you're willing to pay me, then bro, like I'm gonna hop on a FaceTime call with you or something, but
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. So like just how I was forced to like come up with my customer support backend, I'm forced to now like charge people to fucking speak to them sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So that reminded me, you posted one of the wins in the Slack channel. Someone paid you $500 for a consultation. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because a lot of credit repair business owners, they're one dimensional. They're just fixing credit. But obviously, you're doing the credit repair, you're taking consultation calls, you're getting people funding, things like that. So can you just talk about just the knowledge and just your confidence to charge for a consultation?
Yeah, so I had this kid, he didn't have any credit at all, right? He didn't have
Mm.
any credit at all. He's like, to be honest, he was actually been messaging me like here and there, like back and forth, like, damn, bro, like I'm trying to like get where you're at, because like me, like
Yeah,
I've been showing off all my credit cards, like my
yeah,
cars and all
yeah,
that stuff. So like
yeah,
it attracts people, but
definitely. Yeah.
um but yeah, he's been telling me like, yeah, like I'm trying to get my credit up. But I was telling him, I'm like, look, bro, like you can go this route, the credit builder route. You can add like those little sorry ass credit builders, which they do work. Don't get me wrong. Or I can show you how to like properly structure your credit report by using like secured loans, secured credit
Mhm.
cards,
Pledge along. Yeah.
AU trade lines, and how to build
Mhm.
relationships with banks.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like a stronger way to build a credit report
Definitely.
because you can scale faster like that. In 6 months you can scale faster, and I'll hop on a call with them, and then I'll show them how to open up a Navy Federal account, how to do a Navy Fed pledge loan, how to
Mhm.
get the credit card, other credit unions as well. We go
Mhm.
to, I give them like resources for like authorized user trade lines.
Mhm.
I have like other resources that are like really cheap, instead of paying like freaking $700 for a trade line. Like, no, like we have other resources. But but yeah, man, like this type of knowledge, I didn't learn it on YouTube, because there was a point in my life where I did have bad credit, like about
Mhm.
like I think it's a little over 3 years ago, bro. I had like 12 charge-offs on my credit report.
Damn.
Like, yeah, but I basically like figured out how to fix my own credit, everything
Mhm.
through FTC and CFPB. And
Mhm.
I basically scaled to 100K in credit within a year
Mm.
after fixing the credit. And then I started helping other people. I was
Mhm.
actually helping them for free. I
Mhm.
remember there was a point in my life where like I was begging people to fix their credit.
Damn.
I'm like, damn,
That's
like,
crazy.
but but yeah, eventually I started getting paid for it, and then it
Yeah.
just became this crazy thing and like a personal brand and like
Mhm.
it's just a lifestyle. That's why I tell people like this credit stuff. It's a lifestyle. Like me, like I have like most of the Chase credit cards, most of the
Mhm.
American Express credit cards. Like I'm obsessed about credit cards, banks, how to leverage it, the Instagram, how to use credit to like level up your lifestyle so you can promote on Instagram,
Mhm.
using your credit to run ads,
Yeah.
uh,
Definitely.
like the whole thing, like
Definitely.
that's, I eat and breathe that stuff like every day.
Definitely. Definitely. So you said 12 charge-offs like a couple years ago, a few years ago.
Yeah.
What was that story? Like how did that even happen?
Okay, so when I first turned 18, I went to the casino. I think I went to Morongo Casino.
Oh, no, no, no.
No, no, no,
All right,
yeah.
yeah.
So I basically like discovered the world of gambling at 18,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And from like 18 to 27, I was living like a poker lifestyle, right? Like, I mean, I guess you could call it a career. I was playing, 5-10 every day. For people that don't know what 5-10 is like it's like a pretty like the stakes is pretty up there when it comes to poker. 5-10, you have to make at least like more than six figures a year just to play this game. So you know half of my 20s, I was just doing poker, bro, every day. And eventually I got introduced to like the underground poker scene here in Los Angeles. And eventually I started running my own private game, right? So I
Really?
was making a good amount of money at my age. But eventually it came eventually like I became a product of my own environment, like my first 5 years of poker, I was doing good. I was crushing it. I was making six figures a year.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually I fell into like the lifestyle, like the poker games, the girls, the spending, the
Oh man, women
gambling.
women will get you.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
basically just became a full degenerate gambler.
Yeah.
I was like I would go to games and just like dump all my money like on purpose, just to give action. It was more like of an ego thing, because like the underground poker scene, like there's a lot of ego, there's a lot of like people with money.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have celebrities that will come to our game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but eventually when I was 27, bro, I went completely broke.
Yeah.
I went from like gambling multiple six figures to completely broke and like having to like scrape up change to buy like some McDonald's, like
Wow.
it was that crazy. Um, but eventually like I was just so like used to the lifestyle and having money. So I was like, what's the fastest way for me to like acquire capital, right? So I was looking on YouTube, and then I started watching these videos about how to get like a quarter million in business credit. And
Mm.
I basically fell down the credit rabbit hole, you know.
Yeah.
And but the mess up part was that I had bad credit.
Mm-hmm.
I had all these charge-offs.
Mm.
um when I was younger, I didn't really like pay attention to it,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, that's how I discovered how to fix my own credit, how to build it up. And within a year, bro, I had like 100K in credit. I started the credit repair business. But yeah, like that's what led me to here today, basically. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy. It's good to, see the development. But yeah, no, hopefully that inspires somebody. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to know maybe some of like your biggest takeaways from being in a mentorship.
Biggest takeaways. Let's see. Yeah, just being around people who are willing to invest in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that often that you meet people who invest, what is it, like four figures into themselves, like multiple four figures,
Yeah,
just to
multiple for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to join a group chat.
yeah.
So like when you're in proximity with these people, you're just going to elevate if you stay in proximity, if you stay connected with these people. So I think that's another thing too. Um, Basically, just meeting all these entrepreneurs in the credit space. There's people that do the credit repair. There's people that do the funding. And like me, like yes, I do credit repair, but I feel like I'm more of like a Instagram person,
Mm.
Instagram persona.
Yeah. Personal
Uh,
brand.
yeah, like a personal
Yeah,
brand.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so you
That's
have
smart.
all that stuff in Michael's mentorship. I mean, obviously, like his systems, his processes are, golden. And that's the thing. Like, if you're looking to get into the credit repair business and you don't feel like learning all this stuff, like just pay Michael for the mentorship. Get the resources, and train your employees to do the same thing. Like you don't have to sit there and freaking learn every little single thing. Like, I mean, obviously, like you could if you want, like I learned like the consumer laws and the processes and how to fill out the CFPB and FTC complaints. But if you're a business owner and then like you're just making power plays, you want to have Michael in your corner when it comes to like the credit repair company.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about credit repair is it's so low investment, so low investment. Anybody can start a credit repair business, bro. Like, and that's another thing too. Like, a lot of people focus on their back end. Like, don't get me wrong, the back end is really good. You need to have that in place.
Definitely.
But people focus too much on the back end instead of the front end, because if your front end is not, it's not If your
I'm
front end,
dialed in.
yeah, if your front end is not there, you're not going to be bringing any clients in. You're not going to be
Yeah,
bringing any money in. Like all those softwares and systems and VAs that you hired and you obsess about. Like you're still going to have to pay them. You're gonna have to pay the softwares. You're gonna have to pay the VAs. You're gonna have to pay the ads. But if your front end is all messed up and you're not bringing people in, like none of that stuff matters. So like if you're looking to start a credit repair business, like obviously like have your front end right, have your marketing on point, and then just link up with Michael and just set up the whole back end. To be honest, like that's really all you need. Like you need Michael systems, you need a personal brand on Instagram or YouTube, and that's it. People buy into brands, people buy into people.
definitely. Yeah.
Like nowadays, like people don't want to like they don't want to sign up with the credit repair company that has like no face to it, or like it has like some fucking sketchy ass website.
Infographics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah. But I just thought about something too. So ads, I'm big on ads. You're big on ads for visibility. I get on calls with a lot of credit repair business owners, or they're just like, "Oh, ads are so expensive. I don't know, want to run ads." What's your thought process on, like, I guess just like a typical budget starting running ads?
So when I first started credit repair, I was running Facebook ads, right? And I was paying
Yeah,
like 40 to 50 bucks a day.
which
But
not bad. Yeah.
yeah, but to be honest, like I have a new strategy now, but I don't do Facebook. I only do Instagram. I only do Instagram boost. But
Mm-hmm.
the only time I do that is when I'm gonna drop a sell, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'll let people know like, hey, I'm gonna drop a sell tomorrow, or I'm gonna drop a sell today. When I post those on my story, that's when I do the boost. That's when I run the ads on Instagram, right? So like that same morning, I'll run the ads and I'll run like 50 bucks a day for like 3 days. But the
Mm-hmm.
whole time, like I'll make sure I'm posting all my stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like you're gonna get a lot of if your content is dope, you're gonna get so much traffic, so many new followers, so many DMs, and like people are gonna go to your story. They're gonna be, oh damn, he just dropped the credit repair sale.
Yeah.
Oh boom, like and like another thing too is like you want to create urgency, right? You want to create urgency. You want to let people know that other people are signing up. So like me,
Exactly.
what I do is like I'll post when a person signs up, like I'll post the invoices. Like sometimes I'll tag like the client, right? I'll tag them
Mm-hmm.
and like because like people have a fear of missing out.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
people just want to hop on the bandwagon. Like they
Yeah.
see other people signing up, like, oh damn, I gotta sign up like before he
Yeah.
closes the cell.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
in reality, I'm gonna have another cell next week. Like, but it's like
All
you
right.
know credit repair is one thing, but like an online business is a completely different thing. So you want to make sure you have both. Get everything perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Credit repair and the online business, like they're two very different things. Like, and that's what people don't understand. Like everything from the onboarding to the marketing to the
Yeah.
content to the
Mm-hmm.
to everything. Everything
Definitely.
has to be perfect. Like, but eventually you'll get there. Eventually you'll
Yeah.
get to the point where like everything is automated. Like all your content is dope. Like you know what you're doing, and now you can move on to something else, right? My credit repair business is it's solid, it's perfect, it's boom. Okay, now I can do funding. Okay, now I
Mm-hmm.
can do YouTube. Now I can do or something else. Instead
Yeah.
of instead of having to worry about the whole back end stuff like every day, like no, like everything is like already done.
Definitely. And I mean, I hope people got from what you said. You said you'll do something like just simple as like $50 a day for 3 days. That's $150. So people think like, oh, when you run ads, you got to do like $2,000 a day. You might just do $50 for just testing. It could be $100 a day for testing. You know what I'm saying? So I like that you said that, and I think that'll kind of help shift the limiting belief that some people have with ads. And one thing too that you said I agree with as far as the boosted posts and just the ads in general. The whole purpose is to get people to your page. Like there's a God made marketing training in the mentorship that I teach about. And in the whole funnel, I'm basically talking about the journey of from follower to, all the way until they become an actual paid customer. And it's not about like, oh, you run the ad and then come buy from me right away. They got to go to your page, get nurtured, things like that. So I like that you voice that. Even though you market a little bit differently, I'm more on like, okay, long form YouTube. It's like we're getting to the same destination but different vehicles. So no, I think that's dope, and I think people should take that into play, even if it's just $50 a day. Run the ads. If you don't got $50 a day to put into your business, and I mean, respectfully, you got a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to put money into your business. So I like that you said that. Can you tell the people where they could find you? I think you're on YouTube as well, so we'll tag that, but just your Instagram as well.
Yeah, so you can find me at Tony Stacking Chips on Instagram and YouTube. Obviously I got that name from like my poker days,
Yeah, yeah,
because Tony Stacking
yeah.
Chips. But yeah, you can find me there. You can find me on YouTube. But yeah, like I'm excited. I'm excited for this whole thing. Just the whole personal brand. Like
So,
maybe I won't be doing credit like in like 2 years from now.
you never know.
Businesses won't last forever. That's something that I learned. Like a business won't last forever. So you always have to reinvent yourself. And that's what I try to do. Like every quarter, every 2 months, I try to reinvent myself, whether it's like new content or like new branding to my brand or like new
Mhm.
systems or
Yeah,
um, you always want to reinvent yourself, bro. Like every 2 to 3 months. Um, the people are always watching. The people are always watching. Like I know, like you said with the God-made marketing, like you keep following up, right, until they buy from you. Like you could do that on Instagram too. Like people will follow you, and then like they'll just stalk your stories, bro. Like they'll stalk your
yeah, definitely.
stories until
Yeah,
they
yeah,
sign
for
up.
sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Like I've had people that like they've messaged me and they didn't sign up, but they watched my stories for like 4 months straight, and then boom, I made 1,000 off of them. Like
I got some of them people right now. Before you even upload, they already in the views. You know what I'm saying?
oh, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, that's real for sure. So, yeah, you said where they could find you. Hopefully this brought y'all value. Make sure y'all tap in with Tony. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one.
All right, man.